I don't like the gauntlet. I don't like scrapping. Never been in a fight in my life. And if I ever get into a fight, I'm gonna use Poseidon's Spear instead of the gauntlets. So, welcome to the Ryan Beardy livestream. Today is Saturday, July 17th? 17th. I'm always gonna say it with a rising tone, because I don't ever pay attention to the day. And I'm gonna try to do that. The important things for today is I have a new streaming schedule. I streamed yesterday, Friday morning, and I'm going to be continuing to stream Friday mornings. The plan is to do gameplay on Friday morning and then do the gaming news Saturday into gameplay afterwards. I'm going to kind of feel around what day I want to do the gaming news because it may change. But I thought doing it later in the week made sense just because there'd be more announcements on Friday, I guess. I'm actually like not sure how that works, but the news that I do always comes from different places, so it doesn't matter too much. I did a lot of progress in Hades yesterday. I managed to beat the game for the first time with just the first time in general. I was using the spear, and then I beat it the next two runs with the bow and arrow and the shield. So I want to keep playing it. I'm having some fun with it, and because I'm making so much progress with the other weapons, I figured I might as well keep going because there's only three more for me to do. One I've yet to unlock, the sword and the gauntlets. So that's on the to-do list for today. I don't know how far I'll do it, but I'll at least play Hades a little bit longer. We'll go into the gaming news right now. Let's get started. So the first thing, I didn't actually watch all the way through. It was another trailer for Sonic Colors. Because I actually haven't watched through this, and it's really short. Let's take a look at it. I think it just, so like the first trailer for Sonic Colors Ultimate just said that it was, a re-release. But this is actually showing what's different about it. So HD visual improvements, 60 frames, revamped lighting, improved graphics, and 4K resolution. This is a good looking game, like, on its own. Last time it came out was on the Wii, so that was standard def. So now we're getting it in 4K, like, huge improvement. It's gonna be... I mean, like, you can see now, the art direction for some of these levels is gorgeous. New mode, Rival Rush. Go head-to-head with Metal Sonic, win to unlock rewards. So this is just a race with a computer. There was some co-op modes in Sonic Colors, but they were completely different from the main game. Park tokens and customization. Head to the store and use park tokens to unlock unique boosts, auras, shoes, and gloves. So, maybe this is gameplay? I know people were saying it was just like customization. So I think that's what it is. Customizing your character in anything is a cool bonus. Transform Sonic, fly around, and pass through solid objects. So this is a new Wisp. So that must be specific to new levels unless they like worked it into customized controls. Always great. Good for accessibility. Because they said that there's new levels in this version. Find a Tails save and be taken back to safety if you need to be rescued. So, like an easy mode, I guess? 100 rings is temporary invincibility and what? Collect 100 count rings to gain temporary invincibility and boost your score after each level. I played the original Sonic Colors, and I stand by... I'm excited for this re-release because it's one of the top 2 best modern Sonic games. Sonic Generations and Sonic Colors are the 2 that I think are the best representation of modern Sonic. Fully remixed soundtrack to set the pace while you put an end to Dr. Eggman's evil plans. Yeah, so if you haven't played Sonic Colors, this is really good. It's also $40. The first time I brought this up on stream, it was around the same time as the people talking about Skyward Sword. Skyward Sword is $60, plus if you want the fast travel, you need to buy the, I don't know, like $25 amiibo. So, bad deal. Sonic Colors Ultimate, great deal. $40 for a game that is good and is just like revamped for modern consoles. No longer on the Wii. So, yeah, I definitely recommend this game. And these are all good changes. Let me go through it just real quickly one more time. In case I missed anything. More like 50. That's secondhand though, isn't it? I know like that's its own issue, is like being able to get, because like with amiibos it's so weird. I understand that you want to put unique content in the amiibo that like helps sell the idea of the amiibo, but it can't be content that like makes the game worse without it, which is like very clearly in Skyward Sword's case a quality of life edition that is taken away and locked behind the amiibo. And another really bad example is Metroid Samus Returns. You need to have the amiibo in order to play very hard mode, and those amiibos are hard to find as well. So and you don't want it to be too little of a thing too, like just cosmetics is probably like where I would lean, but like even then it's not a huge, like, I don't know. I just don't like the idea of amiibos because I don't think there's a right way to do it. Because like that, like even thinking back to the Game Boy Advance e-reader cards, like those are super rare nowadays, and those gave you extra content in the Game Boy Advance Mario games. Paid DLC in the form of amiibo is fine as long as the amiibo is actually available in stores. I just, like, yeah, I agree, but you should also be able to get it digitally. I would say the caveat of you also have to be able to buy it digitally. Like, let's say you buy the Metroid Samus Returns amiibo and you get very hard mode. Let's say like 10 years or 5 to 10 years from now you want to play it, but you can't find the amiibo anywhere. So, you know, you should be able to go to the Nintendo eShop and then just download very hard mode and just not have the amiibo. I think that makes sense to me. I mean, like, I wouldn't even care if it was the same price. I think it would make sense to make the digital download cheaper, but I don't know. I don't think there's an easy answer with that stuff. Next is Beyond Melee. So have you played this yet? Because I haven't gotten a chance to download it. But this is a mod for Melee. Like, we saw recently the addition of volleyball in Melee, and Wolf was included in that same build. But now I thought I muted this. But now there's like a whole so like there really hasn't been a lot of mods for Melee. Like, obviously in the sense that like the Melee scene is more competitive, so they have less of an interest. But also because like it was much easier to mod Brawl. And so Project M, which is now known as P+, came first. So it's cool to see that there's some more general interest in mods for Melee. I don't think long-term any of these things will stick because, you know, people are very particular about Melee. But, I mean, you can still have fun with this stuff. And this Beyond Melee is intended for balance for competitive. So you can have... And the cool thing about... So, like, in general, with Smash Brothers, Nintendo or Sakurai doesn't want it to be seen as a fighting game because it alienates certain players. But Smash is such a unique game in... You can just play non-legal stages and play with items, and no matter how the game plays, it's still now a party game. So, like, I never understood dumbing down or simplifying the mechanics, because in order to make this game casual, like, all you gotta do is just play with the available modes that they give you and, like, tweak the game that way. Because the only thing competitive Melee, for example, does is just limit the stages you can play on and turns off items. If you want to play Melee for fun, just add items and play on different stages. So I like that this is, again, just beyond, like, it's just in a fan team making more characters, more stages, things like that, so that you can play it however you want given the tools that they provide you. So this is cool. I want to give it a shot. I had fun with the volleyball and wolf build of the game. It's not the same people as far as I know, but just different versions of Melee to download and try out is cool. And then this I was curious about. I read into it a little bit. Basically, they were using some assets from P+. This isn't too long. I can skim through. So the Beyond Melee team didn't make the direct or the trailer. The marketing material was written and directed only by Ham Yojo and Sunset. So on project. Okay, so I think the way they were advertising this game was making jabs at P+. We saw this as playful. Okay, so the Project M community deserves better than to be bashed by new mods, especially in the way we did it. Internally, we saw this as a playful jab at annoying characters, which is not how it came out in the video. It was very inappropriate given the history and state of Project M, especially in how it's been treated in the scene as a whole. So I think that's a proper apology, and it makes sense. I mean, there was a big dig at P+ on the stream for the tourney last week. Like, from this. So, like, more people took it less playfully, I guess. Without PM, there'd be no major modding community for Smash. Beyond Melee is completely aware of this, and we know very well this project and team would never have existed without the foundation and community that Project M started. Don't use our footage if you're just going to use it to bash our communities. Sincerely, a community just trying to do our thing and coexist. Yeah, that's understandable. That's definitely something you'd want to complain about. So I'm glad that they owned up to it in this part of the post. In particular, I want to personally apologize to Lunchables, Sethlon, Arsenals, and Birdman. They didn't ask to be in the presentation or to be used as a talking point in a point we shouldn't have been trying to make. Please try to leave them out of your criticisms of Beyond Melee and the marketing mistakes we made. They do not deserve that, and we were not part of it. We're not a part of it. Secondly, the stolen assets. Again, blame me, Ham Yojo, for these mistakes. I didn't double check that what my team members were offering to the project were completely original and had all permissions cleared up. I will not make this mistake happen again. Below are the listed assets that will be either removing or replacing entirely as soon as possible. There's a hot patch that we're putting out today that already removes... Okay. Thirdly, the Patreon. Finally, with the issues with the marketing and stolen assets, the Patreon reasonably does not look like it's in good faith. That totally makes sense. The Patreon will not have any beta testing updates or anything else of the sort until all the assets are replaced with Beyond Melee's assets. This is a mod made for the community by community members that have been playing both PM and Melee for years and years. We should have known better than to make the mistake we did, and it's our first time putting together something like this. We will do better. If you stick with us through it all, I sincerely thank you. If not, I understand. I think this is all proper. Again, I see this after the fact, and I do think that is not okay, is featuring, like, tournament footage of players playing Project M and saying, like, oh, you know, this is an annoying character, why not play a different game? That's definitely very direct and very not good to do. So I'm glad that they apologized for it. Same with the stolen assets. It seemed like, I don't know how closely this team communicates with each other, but it seemed like it was just miscommunication and somebody, I don't know, about providing PM's assets. But But yeah, I just wanted to bring this up at the same time as talking about Beyond Melee, because it seems like this is some good transparency and what I hope to be a good apology. Okay, alright, stop. And then we come to Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl. This, I thought, you know, was funny for what it was at the time, but learning more and more details about this game, this is actually going to be a day one purchase for me. So this is a platform fighter using Nickelodeon characters, and that has happened in the past, I think with Cartoon Network. I don't know if it's ever happened with Nickelodeon. But the thing that makes this interesting is the team that is working on this. Let's see here. Let me do this on the side. The team that is working on this game also worked on Slap City. I think it's Lumosity? Ludosity. So Ludosity, who worked on Slap City here, which is actually a competent platformer with like funny characters, its own levels, its own unique IP. It's a competent fighting game, and it looks like they added adventure mode style stuff to it, which I haven't played this game in a while. Maybe I'll have to try it again. But those people are working on this, which means, you know, it has people who know what they're doing behind it. And what's even more interesting than that, I think I linked it in the Discord. I did. The Nick Brawl devs have confirmed already that the game has rollback netcode, which is good netcode that you know every fighting game should have going forward. Wave dashing, which is a melee and onward games that try to emulate the melee playstyle. So Melee, Project M, Project Plus, Rivals of Aether. What is the one that I played? It's on here, but it's not installed. No, I don't know if Brawlhalla has wave dashing. Anyway, platform fighters do wave dashing to give you more movement options, so it's definitely like you include it in your game in order to provide more options for a competitive sense. Private and competitive lobbies, GameCube support on Switch and PC. Some more info confirmed by the devs, less huge but more exciting. You can shield drop, there's no rage. The game has a unique throw system. You can set controls in the character select screen. The Slap devs really know how to do it. I saw a tweet that I recently retweeted as well. It was a Kotaku article. So Nickelodeon fighting game devs have high hopes, competitive dreams for their game. I'll open this article. But the thing that I added to it was having competitive dreams already puts you ahead of Smash Bros. And Nintendo, because Nintendo doesn't support their fighting games in any way. So the fact that they have high hopes and they can support it means, again, just way more that they're going to be transparent and try to support this game. So, like, all the signs to me are absolutely something I'd want to try day one and see if I like it. The Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl is an upcoming Smash-like that, despite the licensed nature, already sounds like a absolutely legit fighting game. Not only do lead developers have experience making their own popular platform fighter, but they're also looking into implementing rollback netcode for an optimal online experience. Kotaku had a chance to speak with the folks at Ludosity, the studio behind All-Star Brawl, about their hopes for both its casual and competitive future. Ludosity may not be a household name, but it's found itself thrust into the spotlight thanks to the reveal of Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl earlier this week. They released several games in that decade, notably 2018's Slap City, a platform fighter in the vein of Smash Bros. Okay. I just want to see the quote about them wanting to support it as a fighting game. The small studio eventually... Okay, hold on. Shortly after... Because this is something I was curious about, was how they reached out. So shortly after the success of Slap City, we were approached by Nickelodeon. Ludosity CEO Joel Nystrom told Kotaku via email, "At first I didn't think it was for real. You get a lot of weird emails and deals on a weekly basis, so at first I dismissed it as spam." The small studio eventually realized it wasn't being scammed and got in touch with Nickelodeon, which laid out its plans for a platform fighter. Ludosity developed a demo by early 2020. Devs were in production of Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl alongside co-developer Fairplay Labs and publisher Game Mill Entertainment. I didn't think it would be anything notable. Same with Game Mill Entertainment. I think the important thing is that Ludosity is developing rather than the games that are publishing or co-developing, I guess, in this case. Let's see. If Slap City played a bit like old Smash games, Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl definitely plays like its own thing. That's reassuring. But Nickelodeon isn't really interested in making a competitive fighting game, right? No, not that Nickelodeon. Needs some kind of official mandate from its rights holders to spawn a dedicated community of high-level players. I mean, look at Shrek Super Slam. But the idea of a massive cartoon channel wanting to break into the fighting game community was so outside the realm of possibility to me that when Ludosity set me straight during our conversation, I was floored. Nickelodeon is absolutely on board with having a game be competitively viable. Nystrom said, "That's been in the conversation from the start. That's why they came to us." When you make a game fun to play, anyone can have fun with it. This is very good for me since I don't have the mad skills like competitive players, but I can still greatly enjoy. See here. When you make a game fun to play, anyone can have fun with it. This is very good for me since I don't have mad skills like competitive players, but I can still greatly enjoy casual free-for-all matches in Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl. You could take this and just replace it with Smash Brothers, which is why it upsets me that Smash isn't keeping the fighting game mechanics that made it fun in past games and are simplifying it in a way that alienates one instead of, encourages both. They mentioned Shrek Super Slam. Yeah, that's crazy. But I love this. This is so reassuring to hear. Nickelodeon has also given the studio a surprise amount of freedom in developing Nintendo All-Star Brawl. So much so that the devs say very few of their suggestions need to be nixed. This is really, really reassuring stuff. The fact that Nickelodeon came to them saying, hey, like, we want to make a fighting game and we want to support it. And Ludosity coming from, here, I'll put footage of Slap City up. Like, Ludosity coming to them and saying, like, we have high hopes, we want this to be a fighting game with its own community. So, like, I will absolutely buy this on the transparency alone from both Ludosity and Nickelodeon. Like, that's really crazy to me. That'll be a day one purchase. I don't know if there's a release date for Nickelodeon. Release date 2021, so no date yet. Another story trailer for SMT. I put like one trailer in every gaming news. The only thing I really want to talk about this time is just that there are character introductions and there is a little bit more background on the story. So the thing that interests me is with SMT 3 and 4. 3, I criticize the early parts of 3 because there's not really time to grow and get to know your friends from like the normal reality world, I guess. And then so like the first hour of SMT 3 is like the transition into the other world. And there isn't really a lot of time to like get to know these characters before they're like out on their way. SMT4, you spend a lot of time in like the first world getting to know your like team and everything. So this trailer seems to indicate that there's like events going on in the real world. Let's see here. Because you got your like school buds in this. Did I skip it? Maybe I did. I don't know. So like it's just like there's more story, there's new characters. I'm not saying I'm not holding my breath until I see the final product. Like the last game, Apocalypse, was tonally weird. And so I'm curious what the tone and how many characters are going to be in this game. Because 3, Nocturne didn't have a lot of characters in it. And I think it was better for that. It was a lot of like isolating things. And like when characters were on screen, it was usually very important. So 4 Apocalypse just had a lot of characters, and they all were very tonally different from both other SMT games and the story of Apocalypse itself. So, okay, here it is. So it shows a lot of like daily school life stuff. So maybe there's chances to kind of like get into the world before like you go to the other Tokyo. So I'm just interested. I don't really have much to say, but this trailer has me really interested to see what direction it's going to go in. And the big one, I believe, is the Steam Deck, which I think came out of nowhere. So Steam is releasing a handheld PC, is how they're marketing it. The handheld PC is $400. The base model. I don't remember how much space is on it. I think they said like 64. Really interesting concept. I talked about it a little bit yesterday. I think the way that they're marketing this is really smart. They are marketing it not as a game console, but as a PC. Clearly rivaling the Switch because it is running all the hardware directly on the device rather than streaming it. And it can do a lot more. So it has its own proprietary Steam OS. I really want that, though I'm going to wait till it comes out to see what people say. Like, if emulators work on it. It's going to... So that's the thing. So this, see right here, this works as a PC. It has its own Steam OS that you can select games from. And yes, it runs Linux. So you can use it as a desktop. So out of the box, it's going to be able to run emulators. It's going to be able to do so many more things, with the price being that it's $400. The only things that I have to say are the things regarding the marketing of it and how like the general public will take it. It's so cool that it can run. So it says that it can run most end PC games on medium, depending on what it is. Battery life for 4 to 6 hours. It has, I think, 64 base memory, and you can put an SD card in it. Gyro controls. It's so cool. My knockoff emulator Game Boy from China has nothing on this. So, I think the interesting thing is that this seems to be in competition with the Switch, but it's not marketed in competition with the Switch. It's marketed as a PC device. So I think that that is a smart way to market it, because, again, they make the SteamOS part of this really accessible. So, like, you boot it up and you're in the SteamOS and you can just pick a game. Like, that's really accessible for anybody who's either a casual player or a hardcore PC or a hardcore gamer can boot this up and play whatever they want on it. Now, the thing with the OS, I think is great. I think I'm glad that it has this stuff, but the more things that it can do, I think the more it's going to alienate the average person. And the comparison that I made to it is the Nintendo Switch is the iPhone and the Steam Deck is the Android. Like, a lot of people buy iPhones because they're, quote, like, easy to use. And so they stick with what they know, and they buy that. They buy the same product. And the Steam Deck is Android because while it's not as accessible and easy to use, the Android's capable of running so many different programs and able to be customized in so many different ways. So I see the same thing here, where a lot of people are gonna, if they were gonna choose, which again, I'm glad they're not marketing it as direct competition, but if somebody had to choose, the everyday casual person would buy a Switch over a Steam Deck. For those reasons, and also because the Switch is $300, while the Steam Deck starts at $400. So I think the price also is going to make a big difference. That's why I don't see this breaking through into the casual market, because the Switch is just so much more accessible. But for $400, I think somebody who is already a hardcore gamer and wants something portable like this with them, it's a no-brainer for them. They can play their Steam library on it out of the box. They can install emulators out of the box. They can use it as a PC out of the box. And they don't show it in this, but they showed the Steam Deck on this stand with controllers hooked up to it. So Chuck, you're saying it has Bluetooth so you can use other controllers. Also with the Steam OS, some Steam games are not compatible. Okay. But with this, you can hook devices up to it. So you can have it on this. I saw them running Guilty Gear Strive with 2 fight sticks plugged into it. And the other thing being that you can hook it up to a desktop. So like, I love how they're marketing it. It's a really cool idea. And I was thinking for my purposes, like you could do the same thing with the GameCube adapter and run Melee with it. So the only thing that I didn't know is what a comparable laptop would cost you, because they talked about how the price point of $400 was really important for them to hit with the Steam Deck. And I think if it was any more expensive than $400, people would probably want to lean towards getting a traditional laptop that, you know, can run things at medium settings. I don't know if you can get a laptop for $400 around this, but I'm more excited that they're trying to make a product like this rather than how good the finished product is in the hands of, like, people, in the hands of the general public. Also, the 2 higher models. I was told that the interview that I watched said that the more expensive Steam Decks only had more memory, that they didn't have better equipment in them. I gotta get back to Guilty Gear 2. I played a little bit last night. Gotta go get ready soon. Gotcha. Yeah, so generally speaking, I love how they're marketing it. I love this how this product is. I don't think it's realistic to be sold to the general public. I think the Switch has already done a good job at that, but I don't think this is being advertised at those people. I think that this is definitely a unique product in terms of like running quality home console / PC stuff on the go. Also being a PC that you can customize and download whatever you want on it. The way they said it is basically it's just a monitor with controllers attached to it rather than thinking of it as a game console. I watched other reviews that mention there's a slight difference in the hardware. Okay. The other thing to know is that the hardware is not final, so they can always make some changes. Pre-orders are already up because my buddy said, so hardware not final in the top right there, but the other thing to note is that pre-orders are already out. It's supposed to be in December from what I heard. So I would love to see it in person. I don't want to buy it. I don't see the general public picking it up as big of a thing as the Switch, but I really love the concept. I love that they're going for this, and I think it occupies a really cool niche if you can't get a comparable laptop for the same price. That's about all I have to say. Switches, iPhone, Steam Deck, Android. The pre-order requires you to have a Steam account for a year, and it's 1 person per account to limit scalpers. That's good. Yeah, I wonder. I'm just curious. I don't have any like things to say about it, but I'm curious to see how well it does. Don't want to miss the pre-order. Who's your buddy? Talk to Picala. Talk to him while I'm off stream, and he'll. Maybe the pre-orders are still up. I'm not the expert in that. But that is going to do it for the gaming news for today. So, as always, if you have any gaming news throughout the week you want me to take a look at on stream, you can post it in my Discord. I will put links here and on the YouTube channel once that gets uploaded. So, join the Discord, post, and we'll talk about games. Escape attempts were 19. I've only been playing like maybe 2 hours a session, but I played for 4 hours on Friday, so I'm hoping I can get a lot more time playing games in general. I was wondering, I don't really want to do a review on Hades, because I don't really know. I could do one, and I've thought about it, because there's a lot of good stuff to complement with this game.
The surface lies somewhere beyond all that.
But I'm also trying not to get overwhelmed. I'm trying to play some games and do reviews on ones that really speak to me. Oh, is that because that's because I already have it? Okay. So I need to do the sword, or I need to do the gloves. I bought the gloves last time. This one is interesting. But right now I'm doing a Final Fantasy VI review, and I've got like a little bit more than 50% of the script done. So hold Y to pummel. Press X for Rising Cutter. So is this like a fighting game? Like DMC kind of weapon? And then dashing. So I dash in, and then I hold, and then I press X. Or I can do that. I wonder if it knocks... I don't think there's any like DMC kind of knockups. So I'm gonna boom, boom, boom. Alright, let's try this. All traps and magma deal 400% bonus damage. Let's try that. I was doing more health, and I think the more health was really messing with me when I got to the final boss, because it's really slow.
Do your worst, Father.
For their mistakes in life, the wretched shades of Tartarus are bound to me in death. However hatefully, they answer to me, quite unlike you.
You got that right.
So, I did my last 3 runs were successful, which is crazy to me, because I was using weapons I used for the first time. But I think I'm far enough in the game where the upgrades are kind of carrying me. I guess I want that.
I feel all tingly.
So I just gotta learn the base combo here. I think I might like this weapon. I think the thing that was carrying me though was still that other god's... Ooh, that other god's weapon. Or the other god's ability. Dionysus's cast. It was just so good.
What do we have here?
The thing is, I don't have any projectiles here. Oh, that does a lot.
This won't end well for you.
As soon as an enemy has armor, I don't know what I'm gonna do. Ooh, I did get both. Easy. Ooh, this AoE is nice too. Let's do damage. This is a crit usually. Yeah, this is already... I'm already liking this weapon. Just stick to each enemy. I should have given Artemis a gift. Your cast seeks foe with a 10% chance to deal crit. Dash strikes deal more damage. And call. We'll do call.
My senses sharpen.
Definitely can't do the shop yet. I gotta pay attention. So, like, the other thing is this is all RNG, but the layouts of these areas are always... I don't know if they're always the same or they're cycled through. I feel like they're probably cycled through. That's probably the best way to go about it. That way you can actually have, like, competent level design. And just have, like, new enemies every time. And, of course, new upgrades, which also carry the experience. Yeah, what am I gonna say? What I'm gonna do as soon as there's an armored enemy? So I'm all fists. And
Good enough to eat.
we'll do more damage. Yep. It's still early. I don't really have a whole lot to use. Oh, I am shredding this boss. Jeez. This thing's gonna be good. Another Artemis. Your cast seeks foe, chance to crit. After you deal crit damage to a foe, it's marked. Oh, this is good. I like this one. What was it? Was cast? After you cast or hit with an attack or special. Okay, so I can just do a normal attack. I'm just working on getting a lot of damage out. That's going to be good with electric too. I can just dash into Y or X, whichever one this is. Dash into X if the enemy's weak enough. Even if the enemy's dead, it still goes into another enemy. There you are.
Which way?
Definitely this. This has got to give me a good reward. I love this setup already. The only thing that could make it better is that trippy shot from Dionysus. Dash strike deals 60 damage added to attack sequence. Your special becomes a flying kick. Your attack becomes a 3-hit sequence. Is that it? I don't know if that is helpful.
Aren't you a sight? You know, Princess,
I could gift him.
expected to run into you again, not after all this time. Something I missed out in the house, or what? Not had much company of late, is all.
Well, something's just about always a miss back home, sir. Figured it couldn't hurt to check up on things in Tartarus a bit more frequently.
Well, I am grateful for it. I and the old boulder there, in turn. I'm used to going lengthy stretches on my own, but having visitors from time to time would do.
Healing, darkness. What's my health at? I can't even see it.
Most excellent.
I know it's early, so I can make do with whatever.
Use this.
I guess I'm used to these one-sided chats here, boss, thanks to my work experience with my professional associate down there. You tell him I...
Whenever you're hit, you have a chance to dodge, 10%, dash more times. Definitely dash.
Time for Tiffany, maybe.
Oh,
What do you know?
you were right.
Please, I'm not a murderer. You don't.
I don't think there's any kind of arguing here. Oh. Oh, they kind of have a max range. I didn't see that.
Lights out.
That was the 1, 2, 3, and I didn't even notice. Ow. Alright, at least I can shred these bosses. 2. Yeah. Oh, okay. I don't realize just how much damage I'm doing. I should have done that sooner, because then I can do more damage while they have that in them.
Nice chatting.
I lost half of my health on that fight. That's the thing I'm worried about, are the bosses I don't really have any range at. So I'm hoping I get lucky with Dionysus a 4th time.
Next
No money.
Fidel. Closer to the surface. Check. Made it to Asphodel.
Ooh, money. Just what I needed. Yes?
More to fight.
It's alright, they come to me. They even find a new target. This is nice. These rooms are getting easier. The keys are probably the best. Not getting a whole lot of upgrades though.
Something's off.
Quite a mess you've made here, Zagreus. I can't stay long, so how about we get this business over with?
It's just a friendly...
I'll get right on it, Dan.
I hope I can win this with the gloves. I think I just have to dash to get more damage out. Oh! Almost got my kill stolen. Just like that. I gotta be careful about just them. I'm gonna die from their explosions at the end.
Life is short.
Thank you.
You've gotten stronger, Zag.
I can gift you.
It isn't much then, but I got you something.
Want me to take that off your hands? Fine. But you are taking this from me. And if anybody asks, we're even. Or scratch that. Don't tell anyone about this. Understand?
Thank you, Thad.
Thanks, friend. Oh, we gotta chat
I've got to
before I can
hand it to you,
leave.
Zag. You're easy to track down. The shades of Tartarus are beginning to fear you even more than your Lord Father.
Oh, they won't fear me once they get to know me.
I'm not so sure
I
about
like
that.
him.
Even I'm beginning to fear you, I think. Seems I don't know you as well as I thought.
Oh, gotta go for upgrades. Don't have that money yet.
Well,
Whoa. I could use some health. Ooh, chaos. Wow. See, this is definitely going to be inconvenient having to get scrappy. I wonder if those even stun. I haven't been paying attention.
From Olympus for you, boss.
Your attack is faster. That sounds good.
the haste of Hermes.
That puts me back to before, because I think it was slow at first. I think if I get a little crazy earlier, I can buy another Death Defiance back later. That's usually the case. Special would be X. Let's do that. I just can't special, which is fine. Can make do.
Hi there.
Ooh, okay. I'm always gonna forget to dodge those no matter how many hours I put into this. Cool. Let's... I don't want to do a boss with this low health if I can help it.
Good to be back here.
From within a humble residence in Asphodel reverberates the golden-sounding voice of Lord Eurydice, who once
You watch yourself, old man.
Oh, wait, I want in. Forget that there's... I can go through walls like that.
Tell me something there, your royal majesty. You know a lot of shades. You wouldn't happen to know an Orpheus, would you? Spindly little thing, whiny voice. Heard he's officially serving in your court, making music.
Oh.
Of course I know Orpheus. We're mates. Wait, why do you ask?
Your mates, huh? Just as long as you don't count on him for anything. Hasn't even mentioned me, has he? Well, if he ever does, you tell him I am doing great.
That's the key. 2 random boons of yours are upgraded to the next rarity. 4 random... Wait. So, yeah, either 2 random boons, up to 4 random boons gain 1 level. The next 3 have upgraded rarity. So what's the difference between these? Upgraded to the next rarity. Up to 4 random boons of yours gain 1 level.
Hope you like it.
Feeling better already.
That's sick.
Take care.
Stay cool.
I'm glad I went that way instead of fighting a boss. That sounded like a good idea. Upgraded rarity is better than +1 to the level. Okay. Hope your stream's going well. Thank you so much, Sassy Unicorns. Okay, I see. So the level just makes it stronger, but the rarity, I think, changes the property of it. If I remember that right.
I'll pay for that.
I'm just gonna grab health, because I think this is the boss fight right now.
Big one, huh?
I'm hoping I can get through this without dying. Oh, I got a scrap though.
That was from Chaos.
Oh, okay, no specials either. No specials. I like that it has a unique sound effect. I've never made that mistake before. It has a unique sound effect, and he says, you know, it's from Chaos. That's a really cool way to do that. Well, I just chose bigger number for my upgrades. I chose 4, so hopefully, I mean, I'm doing a lot of damage now. Dude, this is crazy how much I'm tearing up armor. I wonder if it's with this weapon. Okay, okay, okay. Maybe I can get through this without taking a hit. I think the plus stash also is gonna help me out. Uh-oh.
Like that.
Yeah, I like these. I just wish I had a better cast. So, like, hang on. Focus time. So if I cannot take a Death Defiance out, I will absolutely do that. I think I've got a really good spread of abilities to complement it too. Like I have electric and the arrows. So I've been using a lot of weapons for the first time, and I had the same cast from Dionysus all 3 runs with those new weapons, and they carried me. So like I didn't have to really like master the weapons. I just had a lot of good damage come out from spamming the Dionysus cast.
Till you reconstitute again.
That went well.
You think you can just walk into Elysium, do you?
Done it before, I'll do it again.
Yes, yes, I do. Let's think about this.
Of course none of these have to do with health now. Usually I get one that helps with health regeneration. Is my chaos boon almost done? 2 more encounters.
Closer. There.
Yeah, I like the back to that. I like the fists. I like having range.
Good up here.
So I mean like my favorite weapon is still the spear. But I like having this, like, obviously the downside to the spear was not having enough damage output. How do I figure this out without taking a hit, though? So I think these, yeah, I'm taking damage from killing these.
Haven't you learned your lesson yet?
I guess I gotta, like, dash as soon as I kill them. Oh, of course. Oh no, that wasn't fast enough. Your attack has more range, deals 10% damage, 10% more damage. Ooh. I'm gonna keep doing attack though.
Tuned up.
Because I got a attack speed buff from Hermes. So I might as well make use of the attack.
Pushing there. More splitters.
Can't tell exactly how much range I have extra. I think after this room I can special again. That's one way to get rid of them from a range. Ooh, also I have more range now. Awesome. That's a solution to one problem.
That's better.
There is something here. What can I buy here?
Should come in useful.
I'm gonna buy that and then go here instead of the store. Have you tried Terra? What is Terra? Probably not. I'm just taking so much damage.
Wanna die again?
Yeah, I haven't played a game called Terra, but I'll look into it. What kind of, what genre?
A palm of power.
Okay, so I can do more damage with Lightning Strike. I like this. Actually, yeah, that's 2 points extra.
Powered up.
It was literally choosing between like 1 point extra from my arrow or 2 point extra from yeah, the electric lightning. Hate those little chariots. I just run away, let them blow up on a wall. That's what I thought. I mean, like, I've had weapons with range before, so I've never had this problem.
I wonder something, short one.
It's a MMO role-playing game. I may have heard of it,
You're trying to get out of here, aren't you?
because I think I was...
With you up there.
I think I played an open beta for it, like, a while ago. Back when it was in that open beta. I don't play a lot of MMOs. I can't get into them.
You've deduced more or less correctly, Asterius. And yes, let's say there are some challenges.
I just think they're too repetitive for me. I've tried to get into it because not every aspect of an MMO is grindy and repetitive. Like, I want to... the raids I've been enjoying. I've been playing the free trial for Final Fantasy XIV, and I don't really enjoy it, but I like doing the raids, which I think is, like, across the board, like, the fun part of MMOs. That and PvP. So I just haven't put enough time in that. Like, I think it's too much time to put into them than what I'm willing to do.
It's good to know you've fallen just as often as I have. I may not be the one.
Alright, see, this is a guy I don't want to scrap with. But I've got the scrap with gauntlets, so I have to. Whew! Like, I saw you playing, streaming Warframe, and I played a little bit of that too. I had fun with Warframe, but I didn't play it for very long. I feel like an expert now at this game. Like, the only downside is, like, I feel like I've gotten so much better because I have, but there's also countless amount of upgrades that I upgraded, that I've gotten since the beginning of the game. So it's a little bit of both. Dude, the special feels really good. It hits like 3 times in slow-mo before you can move again. It feels really meaty. Dude, we're scrapping. I'm so glad I have 3 dashes for this run. Because I'm going to have a hard time dodging Hades' spin attack. Whew. Final Fantasy 10 and 10-2 are my faves. 10 was the first one I really sat down and played through, and I loved 10. I haven't played 10-2 yet, but I really want to. Yeah, like, there's a really... Like, I'm clearly getting better. But now I want to try, like, a fresh file and see how far I can get, because I feel like that's really fun for speedrunners. Or it's like what you have to do in order to speedrun is, like, play it vanilla. TennoCon is today? What is that? Oh, an event in Warframe. Okay.
I'll tell you something, cousin. If even Artemis is aiding you, it's proof your cause is just. She doesn't often take an interest in family affairs.
Your special stronger can deflect. You begin each encounter with the God Gauge partially full. I think I like Holy Shield. It was either that one or starting with the God Gauge. Oh, I dodged a second too late. Whoa, I didn't know they popped up behind them. Hello? Apparently you can punch somebody too close and it just doesn't do anything.
Not now.
Well, thank goodness for that range bonus. Yeah, start with the butterfly enemy. I think I played Warframe for the first time when they put it on Switch. No, it wasn't that. That was the second time I played it. Oh, isn't this just a wonderfully designed room?
I can't.
No. Ooh, I almost took a hit from that. Oh no! I hate this room. This room... Oh, I hate this room. I hate this room. I just took so much damage. I think I should wait for them to explode. That's so dumb.
What do we have here?
I'm so disappointed in myself. I guess it's just... I don't like the gauntlet. I don't like scrapping. Never been in a fight in my life. And if I ever get into a fight, I'm gonna use Poseidon's Spear instead of the gauntlets. They have armor now. They still blow up by themselves, though. All right. I've been getting a lot of these lately.
So then I'll just queue.
You can heal my Death Defiance.
No need to go out of your way there.
And you are better off.
Replenishes all uses of Death Defiance.
Thanks a lot.
All yours.
417, I gotta use the shop. And then I think it's the boss. So that's proper. Alright.
Just what I need.
Special stronger and inflicts chill. Your cast drops. I don't think that beam slows.
Yum.
Alright. I'm not feeling great about this. I'm gonna try to get
Theseus.
Asterius first.
Asterius, the god-hated fiend, is...
God hated. You'll have to be more specific.
They have me.
Okay. Oh, that was dumb. Dumb of me, not the game. I gotta use my uppercut more. Yeah, I'm out of there. I don't think he turned it around with the first two swipes.
Are you prepared? Gracious audience.
I still took a hit from that. Wow! Come on. At least the damage is good. Okay. And I know I can, like, there's so much... You can see there's so much time to do damage when he uses his spear. But I still can't go nuts. Oh!
Now it is abundantly apparent that you are...
Impervious. Ooh. Yes? Okay. Oh no. Yeah, at least I do damage. That's not something I'm used to. And those 3 dashes are saving my life. Ah!
Finally. I can't seem to open it.
Okay, that was nice. I like that. I have full Death Defiance and I'm in the last area. Try that. I think that'll help me with getting through these dungeons.
Yes.
I just hope I find the bag later.
The edge of Father's realm.
Alright, what you got? Not much.
Where to?
We'll start here.
Maybe this
Honestly, the bosses in this area don't scare me. Dude, the sound cue for dodging them is really, really graphic. Man, I got no room. Food? At least these rats are better than those chariots. They're nowhere near as... I don't even think they do 10 damage. I think they do less than that. Alright, I'll be in the corner. Come on. Alright, at least he doesn't have armor. Let's gift. I don't think I've gifted.
Erasmus, I hope that...
Hey, thank you for this, really. And I've just the thing to offer in return.
Lady Artemis, you honor me.
Thank you.
Hear me on my authority.
Apparently this is good. Let's do the next. I want to keep going with upgrades before I leave. It's good because if you do the challenging stuff first, if you're in a position to do so, you can just heal back the damage you took.
Can't do that.
I just stunned them long enough to do backstabs also. That easy. Okay. Waiting for that poison to drop.
Oh, it's just a tiny vermin. Oh, gods.
Oh, tiny vermin. Don't hurt me, tiny vermin. How am I supposed to, like, make it out? Oh no, he's angry. And he's got friends. I feel like he's gonna keep spawning more, so... Ooh. Maybe I regret the boss room. At least I get area of effect hitting the other rats. Okay. No, just hang out. Yeah. Perfect. I thought I poisoned myself for a second. Yeah, just stay there. I like this. I'll just kind of hang out on this side. It's got a lot of health. Manipulated Tiny Rat's AI.
So vicious and so tiny.
Special causes lightning bolt. Chain effects bounce more times. After you dash. Do that. I'm almost at the end, so it's not going to help me out too much. Let's do this.
This one, I guess.
Gotta make sure nobody gets a chance to hit me. Ooh, what's in here?
What do we have?
Instant 25. Gain 25 without restoring. Oh, okay, I see. Do that. More health, the better. Yeah, these gauntlets are sick. Not my personal favorite, but I know a sick weapon when I see one.
Satus. Something's not following you.
Ow. I'm cleaning up. Alright, that wasn't the right room either. Can do money, or I can do another boss. I'm gonna do money. I don't want a tough battle coming up. There's so much decision making on the spot that goes into this game. I'm trying to get as much health back as I can. And I'm hoping I don't have to go into the boss room. Instantly restore 93.
Gimme.
Just in case I gotta go to that last room. Oh, that was it.
Good.
That was a waste of time, or waste of money.
For Cerberus.
Alright, full health. I'm not doing the last room because I'm
Should I go find
full
some
health.
Satyrs to get out of here?
I could do these two, or I could just do one. So let's do two.
Don't spend it all in one place, mate.
Lightning bounces more.
Extra blessing.
Your special stronger can deflect, resist from traps, or resist damage. Alright, let's do it.
Vigilant Cerberus.
Let's make this run count.
Thank you, boy. You're never late, Father.
You know now what you're doing here is without any purpose whatsoever. Even if I don't slay you myself, you'll simply perish when you cross that threshold.
So just give up. Just let me go.
Yet you still persist.
I do. Besides, making these treks helps pass the time during the ongoing underworld renovations, and I'll be in tip-top shape once they're complete.
Would that we had a little more support. The renovations could have been complete by now. As ever, you think only of yourself. But if you must insist like this...
Thank goodness I have 3 dashes. I guess I'll save my call for when he spawns enemies. Ooh. Oh. Okay, I got him with the slow. It's gonna come in handy.
Why don't you let your wretches rest in peace?
I'm just doing a ton of damage right now. Alright, I gotta remember he explodes. Oh, jeez. I wanted to get this guy. I can do both. I think, did I take a hit? No, I'm still full health. Why are they going off screen like that? Oh! Man, that one got a lot of range. Start with these guys. Oh no, I just took a hit there. Alright, I gotta slow down. Alright, back on top. What? Okay. I can just ignore that last one. Alright, phase 2.
All right. We're not finished. Fire!
Oh. I almost forgot. That was scary. Oh, I missed the punish. Oh. So glad. That's very lenient timing. Oh, yeah, that was my mistake. Ooh. Oh. Oh no. I'm getting greedy. Oh, I can't really pick them off like I could with the other weapons. I dodged too late. I think I'm still just gonna outdamage him. Oh no. Okay. I could just like slam my hand on the controller and make it work.
It's even crueler than the one you know. You'll pay for
Done with tasks.
Sweet. Another weapon down.
Aspect of my weapons.
I feel like I'm missing this whole upgrade tree. I don't know where to go to upgrade weapons.
Warmer, finally.
All manner of fruits and vegetables thrive within the hidden gardens of Persephone, the one-time queen of all the underworld.
What are these things?
So good to see you again, Zagreus. Since last you left, I couldn't help but think the worst about what happened after I had left. Or soon before. You mentioned Nyx. You don't suppose that she and Hades wanted me out of the way?
I just don't think that can be. Though let me ask you, how long did you know Father? And Nyx for that matter. Did they seem trustworthy?
Yes. I knew them long enough to have decided yes, that they were trustworthy. As much as anyone I've ever met. But I also know never to be trusting to a fault. I have to consider the possibility I was deceived.
Especially since neither of them is being forthcoming with me even now, right? And yet, I have this feeling something else is going on, Mother. The way that Father speaks of you, the way Nyx speaks of you, I think they care for you.
Well, they have a funny way of showing it, I think. Your father, so... you have to get through him each time you visit me?
I do.
What if he came along?
What if Father thinks that he's protecting you? Have you considered that?
Protecting me? Why, Zagreus, what do you mean by that? As you can see, I can fend for myself.
Well, you're from Olympus, aren't you? But the gods, none of them seem to know you're here. So...
What? How would you know something like that? Zagreus? Ah, curse the fates. You're leaving me again.
Back to hell.
I won't be long.
Back home.
Hold that thought, Mother.
What? Darn natural causes got you once again there, didn't they? Well...
Sure.
You're bound, my...
Hey, tell me something, sir. Any rumors swirling about the house regarding the outcome of a certain interaction I had with my father recently? Involving a great deal of violence? Because I'd like for everyone to know I won.
I wouldn't know of what you mean there, lad. For there are certain subjects so forbidden here right now that not even rumors can take hold. But just between us for the time,
I
congratulations.
like Achilles.
Thank you, sir. I didn't know whether I had it in me. As for the other bit, I'll keep it quiet then, for now. Probably shouldn't be tying my sense of self-worth to praise from friends, acquaintances, and strangers anyway.
Very self-reflective. Self-reflective. Introspective. Yeah.
Well, it obviously...
All great words. Give the house contractor a break and new jobs.
I think we'll go with this. You've done so much for us, house contractor. Why don't you do a little something for yourself?
If that mess of a table enhances the contractor's productivity, then so be it.
Underworld chambers may contain urns. Contain more. Your weapon's dark thirst also gives... Okay. Oh, so I also get money out of that. Okay. Oh, that's great. So the things that are just resources will actually benefit the run now. If I upgrade the diamonds anyway.
I told you, boy. I told you. There's no escape from here.
You could have told me more important things. Mother left because she never even knew I was alive. Thanks to you. She's got a lot of questions herself, as you can probably imagine. I'm headed back to her. You going to cooperate?
Nonsense. Listen to me. If you have any sense remaining in that head of yours, I caution you not to discuss this here and now.
Let me go. Let me find her. She demands it.
No. I'll hear no demands from you.
Ruthless as always.
Nix, why did you never send word to Mother that I lived? You knew at least approximately where she went. You and Father, you could have spared her so much pain.
I swore a binding oath never to say, child. I have already circumvented it as much as can be done. Know that I acted with only her well-being in mind, as well as yours.
No answers again. I only have 2 keys and I need 30 to get the next thing.
I can't.
Oh, did I switch this?
This way.
Okay, so I don't deal bonus damage anymore. Reduce move speed and damage of foes. Okay. Maybe I shouldn't have invested in that, but that's fine.
I think that should do it.
Did I unlock the last weapon? I did, in fact, have it show up here, but I need enough keys in order to get it. So I guess I have to make a run with the sword. Which it's been a while, because I haven't used that since I got the spear. So, press X to Nova Smash. So this thing doesn't have a whole lot going for it. How goes a Shut Up Dad Simulator? It's going well. I have beaten the game with this weapon, this one, this one. I need to unlock this, and I need to beat it with this weapon. And then I'll probably call it there, because I'm not sure. Like, there's still plenty to do. In fact, I haven't really given anybody keepsakes. Whatever this making, and this is still a secret. I also have to figure out how to upgrade weapons, because apparently I can do that. I have 9 of the blood boil stuff. So, like, there's still things I need to figure out. Thanks for watching the video. If you want to see more like it, please consider liking, commenting, and subscribing. I also stream on Twitch at twitch.tv/RyanBeardy. Follow me on Twitter at RyanBeardy, and I have a Discord with the links below.